Hello, Durud and Shalom. Hi, everyone. Wow, the chat is already busy. This is amazing. D is here. Heavy Gretel is here. VD is here. Darko is here. Fossil Fish Leg is here. Jono, Seth, fantastic. Okay, guys, we're going to be talking about a new way of coping by the Islamic Republic, which is blaming their defeat on jinns. I kid you not. This is their new, this is their new cope, and it's not coming from just some regime supporting Telegram accounts. It's not coming from. It's coming from the highest officials. Like one of the most important people is citing the supreme leader to suggest that there are basically curses, or what is talisman in English? Talisman, or basically little. I'll show you the post and I will translate it for you. But before we get there, I need to talk about a new realization by the Islamic Republic that they can no longer hide the fact that they didn't shoot down any F-35s. I don't know if you guys know the context. Hi guys. Oh, the chat is like, hi guys. The chat is very busy. That's very great. Yes, we are vertical. We are vertical today. We're gonna keep amulets. No, talisman. Talisman, is that what you call it in English? So let me actually. This is fantastic. Okay, so let me actually give you the full context, and then we'll go through the videos I have to show you, because this is absolutely hilarious, and the images and the posts that people are taking. Let me start with the F-35 shootdowns. They claim that they shot F-35s because they needed a win. The fact that Israel was so successful in Iran in its operation was so embarrassing for the Islamic Republic. And I hope people on this chat realize that that the embarrassment is not the cost to the Islamic Republic is not that, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Saving face for the Islamic Republic is a matter of survival. So this is why when you guys are active online and you're making fun of the Islamic Republic and how much they were humiliated by Israel, you are actually helping the Islamic Republic fall. You're actually participating in bringing in closer the fall of the Islamic Republic, because the battle of narratives and the image that the Islamic Republic has among its own followers and the axis of resistance is one of its only remaining defense mechanisms. And if it loses that, it's game over. So let me start with the F-35s, and then we will slowly build to where are we at with the jinns. Okay, so in late June 2025, after Israel bombed basically the nuclear facilities and military targets of the Islamic Republics, okay, that in the 12-day war, the Islamic Republic claimed that they shot down 1 at first, and then they said 2, and then they said 3, and now I see some sources claim 4, and even one person I saw say 8 F-35 stealth jets. I hope the people on our stream understand that taking out F-35s has never been done before, and these F-35s are impossible to detect, let alone take down. And the reason why they claim that is that because they were so humiliated that they need to act like they did something historic that no army has ever done before, and that is the takedown of F-35s, right? And so by the way, this is actually very funny, because at first the followers of the regime believed in it, and like, oh my God, we humiliated Israel. They came to try to bomb us, and we took down their F-35s, and this shows how great the army of the regime is. And we knew that this is a lie, so we were waiting for them to, because they promised that they're going to show. They made it very clear that the pilots were female. I'll let you figure that why that was important for them to make that up, that the pilots were female. And they said they're going to bring the pilots, they're going to show the F-35s, and we were like, okay, let's wait around. And then we waited. There was no pilot interviews and no F-35s to show. So first they came up with the excuse that So even their own followers were like, okay, where is the F-35s? I want to see it. This is such a great honor for us. So where is the plane? So they came and they said that the F-35s, we gave it to China because they wanted us to give it to them for studying it. And they first said that, and that wasn't working because, I mean, if you gave it to China, first of all, why would you just give it to China as soon as they asked? And we would probably first show it before you give it to China, anyways, even if you gave it to China. And then they came up with another excuse that they said we cannot show it because, I kid you not, because we have these very powerful secret weapons that can take down F-35s. These are, by the way, guys, this is from the state TV. I'm not making this up. I'll show you. We cannot show it because we have such advanced weaponry that no one else in the world has that could take down F-35s. And if we show you the planes, then our enemy is going to realize how our weapons work. And I mean, obviously, they come back to that is like, well, then don't show the part that you hit. Like, show us some other parts of it that wasn't hit. But anyways, that wasn't even working with their own followers. By the way, guys, we're slowly moving to the Gen part. Okay, so eventually they came out with this excuse. So this is the new one. So let's listen to this. I will translate for you. Yeah, Heavy Greta is like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. So let's listen to this. I'll translate for you guys. And I will, you know what? Before I show you that, I will show you, you need to have the context. This was during the war. This is on from Sedo Sima, which is the state official state TV. Okay. Just remember that in Iran, we have one Sedo Sima, which is basically the entirety of the state media is Sedo Sima, which controls TV and radio, right? There's no competition. That is it. That's it. Okay, and they control the entire media. So now there's competitions on YouTube, on YouTube, but when it comes to TV, it's just the state TV. They have multiple channels, but they're all under the umbrella of the state TV, which we call in Iran, we call it Seda Sima. Anyway, so let's see what they were saying during the war. Let's listen to this. This is so funny. So he's saying the speaker of the army announced that we that we have taken down another F-35 of the Zionist regime in our country, on our soil. So this is another F-35.
پدافند هوایی ارتش یک بار دیگر یک فروند جنگنده F-35 متخاصم رژیم صهیونیست.
So we're saying our air defense once again took down another F-35 by this violent, or like متخاصم, this invading enemy of Zionists. Basically a bunch of swear words.
را مورد اصابت قرار داد و منهدم کرد. این جنگنده F-35 در آسمان غرب کشور مشاهده.
Okay, now it's saying that it was hit in the western part of the country.
و منهدم شد. خلبان جنگنده ایجکت کرده و فعلا سرنوشت وی نامعلوم.
So they were saying that the pilot had ejected, and we have no idea where the pilot is right now. But then eventually they came out and say, oh, we have the pilot, we arrested her, and it's a female. And there were a lot of pro-regime people were basically sharing ideas regarding sexually what to do with the pilot, given that she's female. And I mean, I was like, even on YouTube, there's a lot of these people, mullahs, who have YouTube channels, and they were basically sharing ideas of, I kid you not, right? They were sharing ideas regarding, now that we have a female pilot, which of the regime officials gets to, you know what? Who should we give her to? That's what they were saying. Let me know if you want me to find that video and show it to you, because it's absolutely disgusting. I saw it on the Ahundana channel. He was like, "Oh, who should we give her to?" Right? So that was and again, there's multiple other videos on uh, the from Sedosima official state TV. Yeah, people are saying gross, disgusting. Yeah, exactly. In the chat. Yeah, yeah. So, and I have multiple videos from other TV, from other programs on Sedosima, basically talking about taking out the F-35s. I even have a video. I don't know if you want me to show you and translate for you. One guy is saying like, we hope America brings back their B-2 bombers in our skies, because in the same way that we took F-35s, like he's like, oh, the fact that Trump brought B-2s and bombed is like we weren't ready. We got caught off guard, and but now we're ready. And if the B-2 bombers come back in Iran, we are sure that we will take down a B-2 bomber as well. Like, so they're saying like, oh, we hope Trump makes the mistake of bringing back its B-2 bombers in Iranian space, in Iranian um, skies, so that we could take down the B-2s as well. Which is so funny that they say that, because when it comes to B-2 bombers, I mean, even America cannot take down its B-2 bombers if it wanted to. Like, those things are invisible. So even if America was turning on America and they were using all their technology to shoot down the B-2 bombers, even America would not be able to take one of those down. So that's a level of confidence that only a Shia can have. Only a Shia could be the this experience this level of humiliation and remain this confident. Okay. However, when it came to the claims of F-35s, the problem was that it wasn't just us anti-regimes that were making fun of the regime, or like, where are the F-35s? Where's the pilot? You promised that you're going to come integrate the pilot on TV. You're going to show us the pilot. You're going to bring her on. Like, where is she? Where is the plane? Where is the wreckage? Where did it fail? And we were basically like, all the anti-regimes on social media, we were constantly making fun of the regime. And the thing is that the regime doesn't really care about us anti-regime people making fun of them. We are invisible to them. They don't care about us. The problem for the regime was that this was too big of a lie. So much to the point that the pro-regime people were asking, because they were so proud, because they were with these claims of F-35, like Iran, like anti-regime Iranians and pro-regime Iranians on social media. We were like, this whole F-35 claim was a big part of our discussions, because we can't, every time we went online and told the pro-regime people like, oh my god, you have been humiliated, Israel is destroying you, all of the heads of IRGC are gone, basically two-thirds of your is it two-thirds or half? Two-thirds of your rocket launchers are gone. This a huge portion of your missiles are gone. And the supreme leader is hiding in his hole, and this is so embarrassing. You guys must be humiliated. What they would come back was with two things. Their comeback was, what are you talking about? We are the ones who are winning. We have defeated Israel. Israel has been humiliated. The West has been humiliated. Trump came and saved Israel because we were winning the 12-day war, and we were basically this close to annihilating Israel altogether until Trump came and saved Israel. And they will tell us that, I'm like, what the hell? What? Like, you live in a parallel universe. Like, I don't know. Like, and they're like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Show us how you're winning. Like, how could you look at what's happening and think that you're winning this war? And they will come and say like, well, we took down F-35s. Nobody has taken out F-35s. This has humiliated the West and Israel. That shows that we can do that, right? And also, we have turned Tel Aviv into Gaza. Like Israel looks like Gaza today, which shows that the Iron Dome and all the other defense systems in Tel Aviv don't work. This shows that our missiles are superior, and Tel Aviv has been completely destroyed and it's inhabitable now. And Israelis are begging on their knees to the Islamic Republic to stop the war. And so these are the two claims, right? And I mean, in Israel, 30 people died, and in Iran, more than 1,000 people died. But I'm going to focus on the first claim today. The first claim was pretty funny because we kept on saying, like, where's their plane? Where's the plane? Show us the plane. Show us the plane. That was for many days now. We keep on asking them to show the plane and show us the evidence. And they kept on coming up with excuses for why we are not showing the plane. But the problem is, it wasn't just us asking for the plane, for the evidence. Many pro-regime people were asking, like, this was such a great honor that we did this. Can we see something, please? Like, can we, like, we want to shut the mouths of these anti-regime people. Can you please give us something to brag about it to the world? Like, obviously, if you take down, like, even the pro-regime people were saying, obviously, if you take down a plane and you have a pilot, there's an evidence for it. Where is the evidence? Give us the evidence. So that was too big of a lie for the regime until they had to come and do this. Not this one. Let me do this video. Yes, this one. So the regime came out on Sado Sima. This is the state TV. And this is what happened. So watch this. By the way, guys, make sure you like the stream because I'm giving... like the stream and share it because I'm giving you detailed information from inside Iranian politics, and I'm explaining it to you in an easy to understand way, and you're not going to get this from other places. Okay, I'm constantly on Iranian social media. I'm like in the middle of the drama. I'm participating in the drama, so I'm bringing you fresh, interesting drama in a way that you're not going to get from other places. Okay, yes, have a great time saying like the stream, so please go ahead and do that. Okay, so watch this. Also, guys, if you give me any super chats, I will read the super chats, so please support the channel with super chats and stuff. So let's look at this. This is pretty cool. This is on Sado Simo, so official state TV. Let's see what they say.
استفاده کردن. حتی یادم یه اخباری رو به دروغ پخش میکردن به نقل از ایران راجع به F-35 خلبان زن اسرائیلی فلان که چی که خب مشخص بود این اخبار غیر رسمی و تایید نشده بود تا اینو با تکنیک تامین بگن آقا مثلا سایر اخبار ایران هم اینطور بی اعتباره. مجموعه ای از این
Okay, I kid you not. He's saying that they were the enemies of the Iran, basically the Zionist regime and stuff like that, but that's how they say it, right? The enemies, they went and spread the lie that we shot down an F-35, and they tried to make it seem like this is what the regime, the official position, this is the official position of the regime, so that when we find out that that's a lie, people stop trusting the regime's narrative. So let me explain this one more time to you. So he's saying that this is fake news that we shot down an F-35, and we have never said that we shot down an F-35. We never said that. It was the Zionists who claimed that we are saying that we shot down an F-35 so that people mistrust the regime. Let me actually translate it word by word. This, guys, remember, I just showed you one video, and I could show you a couple other videos from the state TV itself confirming, saying that we shot down F-35s. And this guy, I mean, the audacity is saying, we never said that. This is like, look at this.
استفاده کردن. حتی یادم یه اخباری رو به دروغ پخش میکردن.
And like, I remember that they were spreading this fake news, fake news.
از ایران راجع به
claiming that this is our position. Like they were saying, they were quoting us. They were quoting Iran. When he says Iran, he means the Islamic Republic. He's saying they were quoting the Islamic Republic, but they were spreading a fake news and acting like this is a quote by the Islamic Republic. That we have basically taken down an F-35 and we have taken a female pilot. So why did they do this? And it's like, and it was obvious. He's saying, and it was obvious that this was not the official news, and this news was not confirmed by us. Like we never confirmed that we took down F-35. So they were using this technique of trying to generalize this to us as if this is the position of the Islamic Republic, so that people think that the news from the regime is not credible. Again, guys, remember this video. This is the same channel. This is the same TV. That guy is saying that that's fake news, and we never said that. The video that I played for you earlier, that's from the same channel. It's crazy. And again, I have multiple other videos that I could show you from the same channel that basically is bragging. I mean, let me actually do another video from the same channel bragging about taking down F-35s. And I'm like, who never said that? Like, I don't know. Like their assumption is that the pro-regime people are this idiotic. I mean, honestly, they might be right. That they're going to forget that this was the official position of the regime itself, that we took down. This, the interesting thing is that we were wondering, like, because I'm used to regime lies, I'm used to the regime lying. But this was too big of a lie. And when they said that lie, that they took down F-35s, I was wondering, how are they going to get out of this one? Like, because obviously if they take down F-35, the expectation is going to be for us to see it. Like compared to the lies that the regime said, because there's always a way out. When the regime lies, there's always they find an excuse. And I was like, ooh, in the middle of the war, they were too humiliated. So the lie that they went with, they didn't think about it. They were in a hurry to look good. So they came up with such a big lie that in the middle of the war, I was like, there is no way that you could, like, this is going to cost you eventually. This is going to be so embarrassing later. And we were under, like, even on our Persian Discord server with the other Iranians, we were wondering, like, what the hell are they going to do? Like, how are they going to get out of this? And apparently the way that they're getting out of it is like, we never said that. We didn't say that. We didn't say we didn't take out F-35s. It was the Zios. The Zios said that. They put it in there again. So let me actually make it very clear that no, it was you. This is again them.
شبکه یک پارچه پدافند هوایی کشور، چون شبکه یک پارچه پدافند شامل سامانه‌های پدافند هوایی نیروی پدافند هوایی ارتش و نیروی هوافضای سپاه و یگانهای پدافند هوایی فرارجاه هست. خب در گزارش آقای احمدی هم دیدیم که در یک اقدام بسیار نادر برای اولین
So he's saying, like, he's talking about the Islamic Republic's air defense. He's saying in a very exceptional, rare event,
در یک شرایط کاملا جنگی،
like in a historic, rare event,
رادارگریز بودن F-35 توسط سامانه‌های پدافند هوایی ایرانی فرو ریخت.
He's saying the myth that the F-35s of Israel are stealth, and they cannot be detected by radar, or the Islamic Republic's air defense destroyed that myth. So basically saying that they said that the Islamic Republic did something very historic. Again, this is on Iran's, the Islamic Republic's TV. So they're trying to say that they never said. I mean, I have endless number of videos showing you that they said that.
دو سامانه پدافند هوایی ساخت دانشمندان گمنام صنایع دفاعی ایران که یکی از
like he's saying that our scientists have made an air defense that could actually see the F-35s and destroy them.
F-35 رو در یک ارتفاع بسیار بالا با یک تیر موشک پدافند هوایی رهگیری و ساقط کرد.
Like with only one missile, we managed to take it down. I don't know where he's getting all these details.
عملکرد موفق سامانه‌های کشف شناسایی و درگیر کننده پدافند هوایی کشور هست. خب علاوه بر
So he's basically trying to say that this is such a great victory that we did this. Anyways, like I'm not gonna. I have another one. I have so many of these. This guy. This is the. I'm not gonna translate this one, but this is basically the guy that said that I hope Trump sends another B2 because we're gonna take that B2 in the same way that we took down the F-35s. So this is that video, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. Anyway, so I don't know what they're gonna do now because the pro-regime people are, a lot of them are going to be like, what the hell? This is so embarrassing to us. We were basically going around and attacking the anti-regime people by saying like, no, we're winning. We took down F-35. And now the regime itself are coming out and saying we didn't take down F-35s. This is a very famous person, by the way. Let me remove the banner so you can see. This is one of the most famous pro-regime people. He's called Ali Akbar Raefipour. He's close to the Paidari camp within the regime. I'm not going to go into the details of the politics of the regime, but I know his allegiance. The people that he's close to, like he's a fan of Jalili, those types of people. Anyways, he's anti-Ghalibaf. He's anti-reformers, anti-Ghalibaf, pro-Jalili. But anyways, the fact that he's basically, he's one of the most hardliner, anti-Jewish, anti-Israeli people. Famous, very famous in Iran. Okay? So he's saying, شما را به خدا دروغ پخش نکنید. Like, for the love of God, stop lying. کدام F-35? What F-35s? So basically, he's attacking other hardliners for spreading the lie that they took down F-35s. Okay? Agar sanad, okay, he's saying if there's a hard proof that you have, then come and show it. And if you don't, just shut up. But anyways, he keeps on going. I'm not going to translate the entire thing, but he attacks other hardliners for this lie. This tweet or post on X that he has, this is so valuable to us anti-regime people because we are now like, you have no idea what a winning card this is for us right now within the Iranian political scene on social media, because we are taking that video from Sado Sima from the State TV and that tweet from Raefipour, and we are mass graping these mofos everywhere. Like, we're chasing them down because they used to keep attacking us for being pro-Israel and saying that the Islamic Republic has humiliated Israel by taking down the F-35s. And this, I mean, they're hiding. Like, it's hard to find them right now because they know that if we find all those people that were saying these things, we're going to hit them in the head or shove it up the, you know what, like these tweets and this video. We're having such a great time with these two right now on Iranian social media. It's absolutely beautiful. I wish you could come and see it. So this is such a major win for us, and it's a very humiliating day because this was their main winning card. They're pretending that they took down F-35. So a very good day, right? However, let's go to the Jinn story. The regime is now coming up with a new way to try to cope, because again, I told you the main two ways on trying to show that they're strong is that we basically turn Tel Aviv into rubble and we took down F-35s, given especially now that it's becoming more obvious that no F-35s were taken down. The more people are going to doubt the whole Tel Aviv has turned into rubble narrative as well. So here's the interesting thing. They're coming up with the explanation for why Israel managed to do all of these things. And again, this guy, Abdollah Ganji, which is a very, let me actually tell you why this guy is important, okay? This guy is one of the, a very important person. Let me see. Okay. So he is one of the most very important in the media arm of the IRGC. He controls one of the most important newspapers in the country. He's the advisor to the mayor of Tehran. He's the link between the security forces and media arm within the Islamic Republic. He's been part of the armed forces and part of the Basij. And he's one of the most important loudspeakers when it comes to conspiracy theories that come from the regime itself. And he is the person that people refer to realize what is the official position of the regime. So he, like a lot of people, try to see what his position is to realize that. So this is an important person. And he tweeted this, he posted this on X, and he's saying, Padide Ajib. So his name is Abdullah Ganji. Oh, people are saying, why no super chat option? Oh shit, guys, I'm sorry. This is why we're not getting any super chat. Why didn't you guys tell me? Okay, I opened the super chat option. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I was wondering why I got like 0 super chats today. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, like, what is happening today? Like, by this time in the show, we have gotten already at least 1 super chat by now. And like, you guys don't. Oh, Darkest Thing tried to tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, you guys don't love me anymore? Like, what is that? Like, is my stream's not good anymore? All right, so now it's theirs. Oh my god. Sorry guys. My bad. Okay. So now the super chats are on. So please use them, guys. We need them to grow this channel. Oh, Jewish someone is like, we love you. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Yeah. So you better use it now. Now that it's on now that it's on, because now they're like, I turned it on and still nothing. Love you, Armin. Oh, thank you. Oh, here we go saying, I still love you, Armin. I'm just broke. Oh yeah, don't. Yeah, of course. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's look at this tweet. Okay, so this is by Abdullah Ganji. Is saying, Padide Ajib. It's basically translates to strange event. بعد از جنگ اخیر چند برگ کاغذی در کف خیابان‌های تهران یافت شده که طلسم با نمادهای یهودی است. Is talism, how do you translate talism? It's talism is talisman, right? Let me see. طلسم با نمادهای یهودی. Yeah, talisman. Talisman? Yeah, with Jewish symbols. Okay. So, wow, we're getting super chats. Thank you, guys. He's saying after the war is over, after this recent war, basically he's referring to the 12-day war between the Islamic Republic and Israel. We found papers. We found some papers on the streets of Tehran with talisman with symbols, with Jewish symbols on them. And then he continues. He says, در سال اول جنگ غزه نیز خبری از دیدار نتانیاهو با متخصصان علوم غریبه درج شده بود. He's saying the first year of the war in Gaza, basically like Israel after October 7th, he means. We also heard about news regarding the meeting of Netanyahu with experts in the science of sorcery. علوم غریبه, or ulum Gharibe literally translates to strange sciences, but I think means like, no, the science of the unknown. Yes, basically means like sorcery science, like wizardry, witchcraft and wizardry. Basically, he's suggesting that Netanyahu went to Hogwarts in the first year after October 7th. Okay. Again, guys, this is a very important official. Oh, the dark arts. Thank you, Carl. The dark arts, yes. But guys, when it comes to important figures regarding the Islamic Republic, this is one of the highest ones up there, and this is the post that he's making. He basically says that he's basically suggesting that Netanyahu, um, in response to October 7th, he decided to go to Hogwarts and learn, like, become an expert in wizardry or whatever. Yes. So it's dark arts, necromancy. Okay, so let me actually be specific. The type of sciences that these people sciences, they're like the type of quote unquote sciences that they're talking about is um the sciences of using gen power. Okay, so actually it makes it clear if I keep reading the post, right? It's saying چند سال پیش مقام معظم رهبری گفته بودند کشورهای متخاصم و متخاصم how do you translate that متخاصم هست okay. چند سال پیش مقام معظم رهبری گفته بودند کشورهای متخاصم و سرویس های اطلاعاتی غربی و عبری از علوم غریبه و موجودات جنی برای جاسوسی استفاده میکنند. He's saying to basically to give credibility to his claims that all of this, the things that happened in the 12-day war, like the weakness that the Islamic Republic have, all of the intelligence that the Israel has, all of it is because of this jinn stuff. He's not, at the bottom of his tweet, he's basically using the credibility of the supreme leader Khamenei to give credibility to his claim in the first part of his tweet. So he's saying a few years later, our great supreme leader had mentioned that hostile nations and the intelligence services of the West and the Jews were using Jinn sciences, or basically the science of the unknown, and موجودات جنی. Here he actually mentions jinns. He's basically saying that they were using jinns for spying. So he's saying that, basically saying two things. He's saying we found some papers with talisman with Jewish symbols in the streets of Tehran after the 12-day war, suggesting that the reason why Israel had the upper hand was because of this types of sorcery. And then he tries to get some to show as evidence for why this is a good theory. He mentions Khamenei, which I think I have the video that he's referring to, like the speech by Khamenei he's referring to. By the way, Darko, thank you so much for the 10 memberships that you got for people in the chat. I really appreciate that, Darko. You always support the show, so thank you for that. And then also, Darko saying, jinns made me do it. Yes. If jinns seem to be on the side of Israel, so, if there are any jinns watching, I know jinns have a lot of money because they know where all the gold is hiding, but can they change the treasures that they have found into super chats? That's what I know. Can jinns super chat? Because today's super chats are lower compared to usual because I effed up at the beginning of the show. So if there are any jinns watching, please use the super chat option because we need the super chats to be able to continue what we're doing in this channel. Yes. Talisman is magic. Yeah, talisman is magic, but talisman here is talking about an object. Oh, so somebody's saying, what's a jinn? Oh, jinn is like the closest thing in Christianity is like a demon. Not necessarily a demon because we have good jinns. Actually, I will tell you a little bit more. But jinns, because of Disney, a lot of Americans and Westerners, when you talk about jinns, they remember the genie. So, genie was good. So he didn't look like a demon. So we have good jinns and we have bad jinns. Anyway, let's listen to. Yeah, Danny's saying yes, demons. The problem is that in Christianity, demons are all bad, But in Islam, we have good jinns, we have Muslim jinns, we have atheist jinns, we have Jewish jinns, we have Shia jinns. Yeah, spirits maybe. Spirits is a closer. Um, yeah, spirits is closer maybe. Yeah. Anyways, let's listen to Khamenei talking about this a few years
خب
ago.
ما دشمن زیاد داریم تعجب نباید کرد عرض کردم در قرآن
He's saying we have many enemies, and we shouldn't be. This is not strange. And now he's going to quote the Quran, which is going to be in Arabic, so I'm not going to understand the Arabic part.
خدای متعال میفرماید که و کذالک جعلنا لكل نبی عدوا شیاطین الانس والجن یوحی بعضهم الی بعض زخرف.
See, every time he goes like, oh, that's the Arabic part, okay? Every time he's talking normally, he's speaking Persian, but as soon as you see the sound coming from his throat instead of his mouth, then it's Arabic. Oh, by the way, we got a super chat. Shana, thank you so much for the super chat saying jinns are like European fairies. Yeah, it's like the muse in Greek mythology, for example. Yeah, so you can see the difference, right? When he's talking Persian, the voices are coming from inside his mouth. But when he's speaking Arabic, all of a sudden some of the sounds are coming from his throat.
كل نبی عدوا شیاطین الانس والجن یوحی بعضهم الی بعض زخرف والقول غرورا.
Yeah, the Arabic part I don't understand. And he shouldn't either because he's Iranian.
دشمنانی هم دشمنان جنی هم دشمنان انسی وجود دارن.
Oh, okay. And he's saying that so basically, according to the Quranic verse, our enemies are both. He's basically saying the enemies are both human and jinn.
و اینها به هم کمک هم میکنند. سیستم های اطلاعاتی خیلی از کشورها علیه ما با هم دیگه همکاری میکنن.
And he's saying that they also help each other. So basically, the jinns and humans are helping each other. And he's saying the intelligence services, the intelligence systems,
اطلاعاتی خیلی از کشورها علیه ما با هم دیگه همکاری میکنن. یوحی بعضهم الی بعض زخرف القول غرورا.
Okay, so basically, let me explain how this works. Okay, and again, this is the supreme. So-called supreme leader. So this whole nonsense is coming from the highest authorities, and that guy basically was quoting the supreme leader to justify his position. Okay, so the way it works is that the war that you guys are following in the news is basically half the battle. So what we see in the news, that's the human part of the battle, but the jinns are also fighting in every battle. Like, it's not just the humans, the jinns are also fighting, but the jinns, they have jinns and we have jinns, and their jinns are helping those humans and our jinns are helping our humans. And as I remember in Iran, since we were kids in school, we were told that jinns were basically helping the prophets and imams in every battle that in Islamic history. So the enemy had some jinns on their side, and the good guys had jinns on their side. I mean, some of how you say some of our best friends are like Jewish or black? That's what Muhammad started his prophethood with. He said some of my best friends are jinns. I kid you not, because jinns were spirits that were so important to Arabs, and Islam was coming, and that jinn worship was basically the beginning of Arab, like it was a more traditional Arab religion than Islam. So when Muhammad first became a prophet, he came, like it's officially in the Quran. He basically came and said, like, guys, I'm not against jinns. Some of my best friends are jinns, right? That's what he said. And some of the first some of the first things that became Muslim were jinns. When Muhammad was like lonely and he didn't have many humans following him, the jinns that listened to the Quran became, this is according to the Quran itself, some of the first things that became Muslim were jinns. So here's the question, because they're trying to come up with this idea that we lost, like this, we haven't been humiliated because they're not superior, they just have jinn power. Okay, but here's how we are responding to them on social media. We basically told them that how pathetic must you be that not even jinns are on your side. Like, what is Israel doing that they're attracting the all these jinns on their side, and you have no jinns on your side? This is the line that we're using right now. Oh, by the way, no, Mauzi, the verses that I'm referring to, these are not the satanic verses. The so-called satanic verses are not referring to jinns. They're referring to the daughters of Allah. That's a different story, right? So we're like, look, even jinns have realized that Israel is on the right side of this. Or yeah, or basically Danny, or maybe they have better jinns. Because you have told us since childhood that there in every battle, you cannot come and say like, oh, Israel had the upper hand because they had jinns. You have jinns. I mean, some of the rings that your supreme leader wears is specifically for jinn protection, and the supreme leader himself has hired people that are experts in jinn. So you're telling me, basically, this is what we're telling the pro-regime people online. You're telling me that not only Israel has managed to defeat you in economy, in intelligence, in air defense, and in military operations, in technology, you're telling me that they have completely also humiliated you in gen technology or gen sciences? Like, even in the bullshit world of superstition and gen sciences, or whatever you guys want to call it, even so, even in your own made up world, so in the real world they're better than you, but also in your own made up fantasy world, even in that world they are better than you. Right? So this is, I mean, what is it? Either so either because you say they have jinns and they're using this power, so why don't you have that? Or is it that because we were always told since childhood that there are good jinns that fight alongside Muslims in in battles, right? So why are they there with you, but they suck as much as you? So it's basically one of these two options, right? Or am I missing something? Either Jewish jinns are just better at fighting, just like Israeli soldiers and the Israeli army is better than you. So are Israeli jinns also better than the Islamic Republic's jinns? Or is it that Shia Muslim jinns don't like you? Like, you're so bad because you guys, like in Iran, not even Muslims now like the regime. Like, there are many people within the Islamic Republic, many Muslims within the Islamic Republic that are anti-regime because how bad the regime is. So maybe it is that no, maybe the Muslim Jews are good at fighting, but they're just not willing to fight you alongside you. I don't know, but this is so much fun because they're trying to use this as a way to come up with a reason for to defend themselves against all this humiliation. But we're using their own belief system to humiliate them even more. Like, you're telling me that you have basically lost in both in the real world and also in La La Land, in your fantasy world, you lost over there as well. So you lost. This is not a good excuse. You basically, this is double the loss, right? Um, and okay, so but here's the sad part. Okay, so I know we're laughing at them and it's fun. Let me tell you the good part of this and also the bad part. Okay, because the bad part is dark, so I'm gonna leave it for last. Okay. The good thing about all of this is that they are not going to self-correct. So the reason why Israel is such an advanced superior country, or like United States is such an advanced superior country, is because there's accountability. It's a democracy. When people get unhappy with the government, or if the government or if their army doesn't perform well, people get upset to the point that there's so much pressure that things need to improve. I know Americans, Israeli, Canadians, Europeans, you might think like, no, things are shitty here, things are not the way it's supposed to be, our politicians are corrupt and stuff like that. Yeah, you're speaking from a position of privilege. I mean, good, keep complaining, that's why you're improving. But the point is that as bad as I mean, you might think that things are bad, but relatively to how undemocratic, illiberal countries work, the fact that you are constantly attacking your governments is the reason, or criticizing, not attacking, you're holding your government accountable and criticizing your government is the reason why your government is constantly forced to perform better, and there is the reason why your countries are advanced countries, right? You might not realize that, but that's how it works. So the good thing about the Islamic Republic is that the supporters of the Islamic Republic are mostly idiots. And that makes it so that when the Islamic Republic comes up with excuses, maybe half of them actually believe that. So there is no push for accountability. The pressure, so they're basically now just chasing gen, like going after gen sciences or whatever the fuck that means. They're after those things to basically that's the area they think that they lost in. That makes them not self-correct. That makes it that reduces the pressure on the Islamic Republic to actually correct themselves in places that makes them stronger. I mean, this is the reason why they're this weak, because they're idiots. Their followers at least are idiots, right? I mean, at least half of them. Anyways, so that's a good thing. Let them keep believing in this nonsense like Jin stuff. This is good for us. We want them to be this stupid, because them being this stupid is the reason why they're this weak, right? Oh, by the way, there's people here are saying free Palestine. Yes, yes, free Palestine from Hamas, free Palestine from Islam. Okay, so let's remind, like, keep, guys. If people come here and say the bullshit, chant free Palestine, please remind them that we agree. Uh, we agree with them. Okay, this is why we support Israel. Heavy Greta is saying free Palestine with free shipping. I like that. Yes. Okay, so here's a dark part. So let me, I mean, this is fun to laugh at these people, but let me tell you the bad part of the story. Okay. So sorry, I have to include this part, but this is important. The problem with this post and this narrative is that there's enough people in Iran who would believe this. And so imagine, there are a lot of pro-regime people that are so angry. Basically, they were humiliated. The highest officials of the regime were taken out like that, and the whole world is laughing at their weakness. And now some of the most important people within the country is coming and telling them that there were Jewish spells left around the country that made us vulnerable. There were spells that basically invoked or brought about jinns that were working as spies that gave the information and the upper hand to Israel to be able to do what it did. What do you think is going to be what is the consequence of them believing that? Who do you think they are going to think left those spells around? The first people that they're going to point the finger at are Iranian Jews and Iranian Baha'i community. So right now, yes, exactly, Jewish Semitism against the Jews. Right now, it's open season in Iran on Jews and Baha'is, and they are already going after them. But these lies is going to make more people wanting to maybe even go after them even more. So this is very, very, very dangerous. And we really need to pay attention to what's happening to Iranian Jews right now. Oh, somebody, I think Zed is in the chat is a pro-Palestinian butthurt person, if I'm not mistaken. He's saying, "Why are you lying? I literally showed you everything that I'm saying. Like I've showed. You do realize that I showed what I was claiming? You know, I showed you the post. I showed you the videos. Like you still think I'm lying? Okay, I don't know what to do with you. Hey, we got another super chat, guys. We missed half of the potential super chats at the beginning of the show because of technical errors. So I really appreciate the super chats that came at the second half. Asian American saying, when should Palestinians get the right to vote? Will they be homeless and stateless or a power sharing agreement like Northern Ireland? I think there shouldn't be any such thing as a Palestinian. Okay? There is no Palestinian. There should never be a Palestine or a Palestinian. There are people that live in Gaza. There are people who live in the West Bank. And what I think should happen, okay, these are, again, we should give up on the whole idea of the Palestinian identity. Okay, we should completely get rid of that idea. Okay, the whole Palestinian cause is basically a symbol and a cause for terrorism, and we should be fighting that identity. There is no such thing. So the people who live in Gaza, they should be given the opportunity to leave Gaza, okay, and voluntarily. So a lot of people are saying Gaza is an open-end prison. Yeah, we agree. And Netanyahu and Trump, actually, they want to open the door so that they could leave. So why is basically Israel wants to liberate the people of Gaza so they are allowed to leave, and Gaza is a prison because the rest of the world is not letting them. The rest of the world is anti-Netanyahu, right? Somebody saying, Armin, please stop saying Palestinians don't exist. Don't exist. They do not exist. There is no such thing as Palestine. Palestine is a lie. And we shouldn't be referring to them as Palestinians. Okay? And we should be referring to them maybe as so-called Palestinians. Right? And first, the phase one should be, we should open the doors to this prison as Netanyahu suggests and let these people leave. If you are, it's not a safe place for them. They're living among Hamas. Hamas is waging war against Israel. And Israel is forced to defend itself, and the people of Gaza are in the way, and they're going to get hurt. You should open the door so that they could get the hell out of there and go live somewhere else. Right? And the remaining people you should keep doing this. I mean, anybody sane, anybody that is from Gaza that cares about their safety, their lives, and their children would leave. The remaining people are either terrorist sympathizers, if they don't leave, if they can leave and they don't leave. If you keep allowing them to leave for multiple generations, then eventually you will either be left with whatever is Hamas, so you could fight that, or people who are staying because they are willing to become civil citizens of Israel, just like the 20%. And that should be determined by filtering, by a lot of like years of gradual, step-by-step observation of behavior and working. So yeah, there's three options basically. Either get out and go live somewhere that is safer for you and your family, or that's number one. Two, you're Hamas, stay, fight, and be annihilated. Or three, be civil, be Israeli friendly, show that you're Israeli friendly, show that you're going to be a valuable member of society, and become Israeli. And Gaza will turn into Israel. That's what I think should be done. But there should be no Palestine, and West Bank and Gaza should become our Israel. The West Bank and Gaza and the Golan Heights, parts of the Golan Heights, not all of it, parts of the Golan Heights, West Bank and Gaza should be Israel. Let me know if you agree with that. So, wow, super chats are coming. Yeah, we're making up for missing out the beginning of the show. Thank you guys for that. Gasian American is saying, despite its flaws, I still believe in democracy. Otherwise, you have a nanny state like the PRC. Yeah, there's obviously democracy is better than any other system, and there's no system that will have no flaws. We are just looking for a system with the least amount of flaws, and obviously not just, but well, it's not democracies, liberal democracies, right? Liberal democracies are the best systems with all their flaws. Obviously, there's nothing better. I agree with you, Asian American. Thank you so much for that. And oh, we got more super chats. Thank you guys. So let me go through these super chats. Jacob is saying, free the world and Iran from Palestinianism. Yes. I mean, free the world from the three great evils right now. Okay, so let me actually tell you guys what my philosophy is, right, of the world. The world is enjoying the benefits of a new set of ideas, beliefs, and systems and methodologies that we like to call classical liberal values, that has brought to us the modern liberal order after World War II, that has made the world a much more prosperous, peaceful, safe, and stable place that every single one of you is enjoying, and a lot of you are not realizing how great we have it compared to how the world was for 10,000 years. And the greatest threats to the system, and a lot of us don't realize that we could actually lose this, because we have had this system for less than less than 100 years, and we could lose it because a lot of us think that, oh, this is just normal, so the world is gonna be like this forever because we were born into it, and we don't realize how unique and special this is because it wasn't like this for basically ever. And so we need to basically defending it, and its main enemies, this new world order that we have, that we're all benefiting from, has three main enemies. And its three main enemies are the PRC in China, Putin in Russia, and the Islamic Republic in Iran, right? And this is why we defend Ukraine, Taiwan, the Iranian people, and Israel, because Ukraine is doing most of the heavy lifting when it comes to fighting Putin. Israel is doing most of the heavy lifting when it comes to Israel, and the Iranian people are doing most of the heavy lifting when it comes to, for the rest of the world, when it comes to fighting the Islamic Republic. And eventually, if there's a war with Taiwan, we should be all basically be supporting Taiwan as well, because these are basically the three small countries that are standing between the world and the world's enemies, right? So this is why supporting Israel is basically supporting the world. If you stand with Israel, you're standing with the world, because because Israel is fighting the enemies of the world. Also Ukraine, right? In my opinion. And also, if you're part of if you say free Palestine, you're basically supporting terrorism. You're supporting the evil powers that are basically trying to end everything that makes the world a better place. Wow, we got so many super chats. Thank you, guys. Nilufar with a super chat saying, "Go Iran, so close to freedom. I will be there without my hijab." Oh, Nilufar, I think that's very sweet. Saying, "Without fear of morality police to celebrate you, you brave people, and big thank you to Israel. I know Thank you to Israel. Oh, Nilüfer, that's very beautiful. Yes, if Israel manages to help us topple the Islamic Republic, we will be forever indebted. Like the Iranian people have to admit that every single moment that we enjoy our freedom, our liberation, is going to be thanks to Israel. Like the Iranian people, for we should be forever grateful and thankful to the great nation of Israel if the Islamic Republic falls. Basically, they remove the tyrants that were oppressing us, something that we could not do ourselves. So, yes, thank you, Israel. Delta, thank you so much, Delta, for the super chat saying Arabs until they could weaponize this new term. Yes. Oh, so you're saying, I think you're such, I'm not sure what you're saying, but I think you're saying that the identity that these people have is not Palestinian. The actual identity is Arab. There's nothing Palestinian about these people. What they are historically, ethnically, whatever, culturally, there's no such thing as a Palestinian. There's nothing that they share that it makes them. I mean, there's only one thing that is Palestinian, and that is being anti-Israeli. Other than that, there's everything that they are is just Arab. There is no Palestinian identity unless you just want to categorize being anti-Israeli as Palestinian. And if you do that, then that will basically justify my claim that Palestinian cause is just basically a terrorist cause, basically a cause for the annihilation of Israel. That's what Palestine means. Palestine doesn't refer today, it doesn't refer to a place, it doesn't refer to a location, it doesn't replace to an identity, it doesn't refer to a culture. It doesn't even refer to a set of values. It refers to only one value, the terrorist agenda of annihilating Israel. That is what Palestinian means, and there's nothing else. Anything else that about these people and about their identity is just basically Arab or Muslim. There's a Muslim identity, there's an Arab identity, which are separate, but Palestine identity, there's nothing there other than just being anti-Israeli. Wow, guys, thank you for the super chats. There's a lot coming in. Thank you. Oh my God, more. Wow. Okay, you guys made up for my mistake. Thank you. Wishmaster is saying Allah is Hubal. What the hell is Hubal? I don't know what that means, but I appreciate the super chat. Carl, thank you so much. Carl, always here to support us. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. And then Gigi is saying, I would like to hire a Jinn to clean my house and detail my car. Can Jinn cook spicy? Will she look like Barbara Eden? Okay, so they could look what the in like people you want, yes, temporarily, depending on how much how powerful they are. They are bad. They cannot deal with metal, and that's why there cannot be around technology. So cleaning your house can be done as long as they don't have to use a vacuum cleaner, like or anything electronic, or a cooking is possible as long as they don't have to use anything electronic. They cannot be around your car. They don't like metal things that much, right? So will she look like, yeah, they can be extremely sexual and they're very horny and but the problem is that when they fall for a human, they get obsessed and it's going to be very hard to get rid of them. And I kid you not, this is why some Muslims don't shower naked, including, like, I showed videos on this channel of some really old mullahs who say that when they go shower, or they actually have special clothing so that they don't take off their clothes because they're worried that a jinn might see them in the shower. And the guy is like really old and really ugly, but he still goes to shower fully clothed so that a jinn doesn't fall for him and gets obsessed with him. So because that would be not good. I mean, it could be good temporarily, I heard, because when they get obsessed with you, they bring you treasure because they have lived very long, and they have seen where other people hide their treasure. So when they like a human, they go and dig those treasures and they try to bring it to you so that you fall for them as well. Oh, Hubal is a pre-Islamic god. Okay, thank you. So you're saying Allah is a pre-Islamic god? Okay. Apparently. I don't know. I have to go dig this up. I don't know if any of this is true. I've heard some other claims that people make. Oh, Wishmaster is still here saying Israel worships the god of Saturn, which is Hubal. Okay, I don't know where you're getting all this from. Another super chat from Wishmaster saying, if you go look at the top of Saturn, you can see the Star of David. Jesus, okay. On top of its physically, Saturday is Saturn's day. That's why there is a Sabbath. I don't think this is. I think you're. I don't know. I think you're mixing Roman mythology with Semitic mythology and Abrahamic mythology. I don't know. I think these are separate mythologies. Wishmaster is saying Israel is more demonic than Pakistan. Well, I hope so, given that these demons seem to be on our side. I really hope so. I mean, if by demonic you mean filled with jinns, I hope there is 100 jinns in Israel for every human Israeli, because they're doing great. Thank you to if I don't know if they're watching, given that they don't like technology. Probably somebody in Israel. If you see a jinn in Israel, please send them my thanks. I really appreciate them. Oh, Torah is saying, Armin, bless you. Well, thank you. Thank you. But why are you comparing it to Pakistan? That is weird that Pakistan was your point of reference. Is Pakistan known for being demonic? Okay, the underdog is. Thank you so much for another super chat. Thank you. What's happening today? This is great. We got so many super chats. The underdog is saying Palestine was the name of the geological area, just like Europa and Africa. So there is no wrong calling yourself Palestinian, but it's not nationality because it never was a country. Well, no, actually, so Palestine was the name that Romans gave to that area because they were anti-Jewish. So yeah, it is a name of an area. Um, I don't like the name. I fight against it because it was an anti-Jewish name to begin with. I mean, a lot of the anti-Semitic beliefs that we have started with the anti-Jewish views of the Romans. Like they basically created the base for everyone else to keep building on it. Yeah, when Israel was under the Persian Empire, the Jews loved the Persians. But then when they were under the Romans, the Greek or the Ottoman Empire, the Jews hated that. Like they didn't like it. Especially the Romans. They didn't like the Romans at all. But yeah, so the name of that area entirely was Israel. And so Palestine is an imperialist name foreign to that land, forced upon that land by the Roman Empire. And it's and here's the reason why I say also that it's not even like, if you want to geographically call that whole place Palestine, I prefer to call it Israel. But it's like it has nothing to do with their identity, and it's so foreign to their identity because like they don't even have like one of the best ways to tell that this name is so foreign to that land is to recognize that Palestine has the word, has the sound p in it, and the Arabic language doesn't have that sound. Like, this is always hilarious to me that these Arabs that happen to live that area have picked up a Roman, and they're supposed to be the Palestinian cause is supposed to be anti-imperialist, and they have picked an imperialist name so foreign to Arabs that it even uses a sound not found in the Arabic language. That's why they don't, even though the name is Palestine or Palestinian, they were forced to change it to Palestine. They don't even say Palestine. Even though original name is Palestine, they changed it to Palestine because they don't have the sound P. That's how foreign. So, like, yeah, this is not your identity. This is Roman. This is an anti-Jewish Roman move. And then the anti-Jewish Roman name all of a sudden became your identity. Like, you are so, you have so nothing to do with this whole word. Like, you don't even know the history of the word that you have picked as the name of your identity. That's how clueless you are. Wow, the super chats keep coming in. Anyways, guys, but with regards to, anybody could pick whatever name to refer to whatever they want. Language is flexible, right? I'm not saying that what I'm saying is like written, hard coded within the fabric of the universe. These are all agreed upon terms that we might agree or not agree to use. But we are fighting, we're in a battle of not just bullets and tanks, but also we're in a war of narratives. So just like somebody said, like, oh, well, we can still refer to them as Palestinian. Yeah, obviously nobody could stop you. It's your choice what you want to refer to somebody. I'm just saying, in our side, which is anti this movement, we should consider, like, when it comes to pushing for our narrative, to not recognize that identity. Like, I don't say that that identity doesn't exist, but in the battle of narratives, we are also free to not recognize that identity and also invite other people not to recognize that identity. Ginga, thank you so much for the super chat, saying there are no genes or demons in the Holy Land. Genes. I'm sure there are genes, but jinns in the Holy Land, I mean, I'm sure according to the holy books of Jews, there are demons in the Holy Land. I mean, even they were referred to. I mean, I agree. As an atheist, I agree. But if you're saying Holy Land, I'm saying from a religious perspective, there are demons in the Holy Land. From a Jewish religious perspective, I mean, if there are no demons in the Holy Land, what were the prophets doing exorcism? How were they? What were they like? There were exorcisms being done by rabbis and prophets, and what were they like? What were they doing then? Right. So there are demons according to religious narratives. So again, I don't believe in any of that. I'm just saying from a religious perspective. Wishmaster saying Pakistan's flag is the symbol of Hubal and the moon god. Oh, the Allah being a moon god, I think that's like that's fake history. I don't believe, like, I think the actual history is something else. We have done some member only streams about the actual history of Islam if you want to check that out. Wishmaster saying thank you so much for the super chat, saying the moon was created by Hubal. Okay. The artificial, are you trying to make a new religion? I don't understand what's happening here. We had another person saying, like, are you the same person, the encrusted diamond guy? I don't know. Saying it's okay. So the moon is artificial, apparently. It's artificial, classified by CIA and NASA for a reason. Hubal is an angel, aka extraterrestrial. Okay, cool story, bro. You know what? You know what your story needs? It needs more dragons. Oh my god. Let's revive that memes. Can you add some dragons? I will start accepting your myth if you include some dragons. Okay? No dragons, not interested. Gigi is saying David Bowie was a powerful genie. Bowie, David Bowie. I don't know what you're referring to. Sorry, shows my ignorance. But thank you for the super chat. Tora is saying, "I still love you." What happened? Because you went from. Oh, okay. Say, Armin, you are an atheist. I still love you. Well, I hope so. I hope if you guys like me, it has nothing. I mean, when I like people as an atheist, I don't check their religion before I care for them or not. Like, I like a lot of Jews. I like a lot of Christians. I like a lot of Muslims. If you can't believe it, there are Muslims I like. There are many Muslims I like. Do you guys have any Muslims that you like? Yeah. So I don't make people's. I mean, the Muslims I like are the Muslims who actually don't follow Islam at all. You know who's my favorite Muslim? We had her on the channel. Dahlia. Dahlia. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Dahlia Ziada. Ziada. Dahlia. You are a teacher, not a friend. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, guys, agreeing should not be a condition for friendship. Okay. We could be friends with each other without having 100% agreement. Oh, Diamond Encrusted Abdullah is here too. Wow, two people with their own new religions are here. Are you the same person, Diamond Encrusted Abdullah? Are you the same as that Hubal guy? Because he's speaking like you. Diamond Encrusted Abdullah with super chat saying, "I am Isa, you fool." I don't know what you two are talking about, but you two should talk to each other because you two have some very similar crazy beliefs. Share numbers or something. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. This was fun. Oh, okay. So Tora is saying I work with a Muslim. Yes. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go. This was fun, guys. The super chats were huge at the beginning and end. So thank you, guys. Thank you for that. I was half of the show we didn't have any super chats, but you guys gave me so many super chats at the end of the show that it made up for that. So thank you. Very grateful. I really do like for the survival of this channel. The super chats are a key part of the live streams. So thank you, and it gives me a way to answer your questions and at the same time support the channel. Another way to support the channel is to like the stream. That doesn't cost you any money, and you could also become a member. And also, oh, guys, there's a free way to support this channel. Get big platforms to email me. Also, big publications that need articles. Did you guys see my Quality article? Like, that was a good one. Okay, so big publications that need articles to be written about Iran, get them to email me. And also big platforms that want me as a guest, get them to email me. Okay? So I could go on their show and talk to them about Iran. Okay, that's my email, armin.navobi@gmail.com. Easy. By the way, don't email me, guys, with other stuff. I have no time to answer your emails. I just need emails regarding either big publications that want me to write an article. Guys, my Quality article is being shared widely and is being very well received. So I'm really happy about that. So one of these two. Okay. Also somebody contacted me and wanted to have private calls with me regarding, so I have a client now. So regarding politics and world events, just wanted to talk to me for regarding these stuff to, and there was a 1-hour chat. It was a very fun chat. So yeah, that too. If you want to be a client of me regarding the Middle East, Islam, politics, world affairs, you could email me about that as well. But that's it. Those are the 3 things that I would respond to. Okay. So guys, I have a client. I feel so professional. I had a client, and we had a very interesting 1-hour conversation. It was fun. Oh yeah. So yes, I read the article. I mean, did you guys enjoy it? Go read the Colette article. Just search for Colette Armin Navabi. Or maybe I should put the link to it for my article, huh? You know, it's really hard to write Colette, so maybe I should just link the article, huh? The article is called "Why the Islamic Republic Must Fall." If you actually search for just the title, "Why the Islamic Republic Must Fall," my article will show up. But I will put the link in the description as well. I mean, in the live chat as well, so you guys could go check it out. It's a really good article. I'm very proud of it, so go read it. All right, guys, like the stream, and yeah, I'm Israel Chai, Javid Shah. Till next stream. Bye, guys. Oh, so Tori saying can't click that link. Just search for Armin Navabi, "Why the Islamic Republic Must Fall." It's a very good article in defense of Israel, the Iranian people, and Reza Pahlavi. Okay, go share it around and share the stream. All right, bye, guys.